assault, money laundering, attempted murder. This is the lifestyle of your typical criminal who would do anything to stay on top. They thrive on chaos, using fear and manipulation as their currency, and their lifestyle includes kids karate, wine tasting, and oiling up your nice ponytail. Okay, that last part would only refer to one person. I'm of course talking about this absolute lunatic right here, Terry Silver. Now this man is no ordinary criminal, no. Terry Silver is a menace.
What's the matter? You afraid to hit an old man? Come on.
He's a walking midlife crisis in a ponytail. The things he does for teenage karate beef are actually insane. He ruins lives, gaslights children, and commits crime with a smile like he's at a cocktail party. The guy is essentially a Bond villain who decided his life mission was to psychologically obliterate Daniel LaRusso over a karate match from 40 years ago. You really can't make this stuff up. With his unlimited wealth and goons at his disposal, there's nothing he won't do to win at kids karate. Like nothing. Like he's really out here putting out hits on families.
John has built a nice little family for himself. Let's have you pay his wife and daughter a little visit.
Slashing people like he's Zorro, and kidnapping people and placing them in dog cages. Well, that last one was done to Daniel LaRusso, so I kind of agree with it, because let's be honest, Danny Boy kind of needed that from all the Mr. Miyagi glazing he's been doing throughout the series.
Why the hell didn't you back me up? Because you wanted to fight! My mother just died! What's the matter with you? She was working through it! When my mom died, all I wanted to do was get on the mat for 3 rounds. It would help me then, it would help her now. We don't teach these kids to fight with anger. It's not
The Miyagi don't wait.
This man will do whatever it takes to win high school karate. High school. These are teens, by the way, around 16 to 17-year-olds. Maybe if it was college karate or the Olympic team, I can see his actions would have a bit more merit in some way since the stakes are so much higher. But you gotta remember, this guy is a mega rich, successful businessman. Like imagine being so rich, having a yacht, a hot young girlfriend, but still committing crimes to win kids karate tournaments for a cheap trophy on top of that. So let me give you a quick recap. Terry was firstly introduced in Karate Kid Part 3 as Kreese's old war buddy from Vietnam, where he used his dad's money to fund Cobra Kai's comeback. He even sets Daniel up with fake training, pressures him to join a tournament, and rigged everything behind the scenes just to lose. Now back to Cobra Kai, Kreese brings him back in again and helps bring back the dojo. He starts training students and betrays Kreese to take full control. Kreese really was like, "Hey Terry, remember our bro code from Vietnam?" And Terry said, "Nah, that expired yesterday. And you're going to jail."
Bruh.
After that, he starts acting way more unhinged and expands Cobra Kai even further. More dojos, more recruits, and basically wants to do to karate what the Fine Bros attempted to do with React. In the earlier seasons, Terry was more focused on re-establishing Cobra Kai as the dominant dojo, reviving his rivalry with Danny Boy, and getting back at his old nemesis Johnny. But by season 5, Terry's goal was more about expanding the Cobra Kai brand globally, having already achieved victory in the All Valley tournament and secured Cobra Kai's influence in the area. However, what really pushed Silver over the edge and made him crazy was his obsession over power and a desire for control. He had already built a dojo empire but couldn't shake his own insecurities and need for validations. His unchecked ego and inability to handle failure made him more ruthless and erratic as ever. In the earlier seasons, Terry was more focused on re-establishing Cobra Kai as the dominant dojo, reviving his rivalry with Daniel. But by season 5, Terry's goals were more about expanding the Cobra Kai brand globally, having already achieved victory in the All Valley tournament. The pressure and desperation he felt to maintain control caused him to become more and more unstable. This was seen by the way he manipulated people for his own benefit, just like how he pretended to be a loyal friend to Kreese, just to later betray him, or when he takes advantage of Robbie's need for a father figure to position himself as a mentor. Leading to this point in the show, Terry was just a psychopath using people like pawns to get what he wants. It's not until he almost kills Chosen at the end of season 5 that he goes from psychopath to straight up supervillain. It was also revealed in season 6 that Terry has terminal cancer and just has a few months to live. Finding this out does explain a lot on why he's taking such drastic measures to build the Cobra Kai legacy, but it doesn't excuse all the crazy things he's done to others. Now with no students left from Cobra Kai, he just straight up buys the strongest dojo in the tournament to give him the best odds of winning and get revenge on Daniel and Johnny. To tickle his fancy, Terry straight up kidnaps Daniel and cages him like a wild dog just because he felt bored.
I got over my issues.
Yeah, okay, clearly you haven't. The tournament culminates with Quan, who trips and falls on his own knife and dies. You would think after your own student passes away, you would rethink your life and maybe take a step back, but not Terry. He keeps going full throttle, showing no remorse for Quan. At this point in the story, even Kreese knew that bro had to go. So, he bravely sacrificed himself in the most insane, over-the-top explosion I have ever seen. If you told me in season 1 that this show, about learning karate through dedication and perseverance, would end in two old men blowing each other up on a yacht because their dojo lost, I would say there's absolutely no chance of that happening. I found this really weird, but them dying is just never brought up again in the story. Like, I don't even think Johnny and Daniel know they are now free from these two psychos. I strongly believe if Kreese never got on that yacht, we would probably have Cobra Kai season 11 right now, where Terry builds an army of AI karate robots still trying to get revenge on Daniel and Johnny. Later, when Johnny moves into his new house, in the end, I was really hoping to see Terry just chilling in the bathtub of their new house with a grin on his face, with some crazy backstory of how he survived. But sadly, that wasn't the case. And just like that, our character's badass entry ended with a badass boom.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Speaking about John Kreese, did you know that the actor playing Kreese, Martin Kove, was actually not acting in the entire show? My man is actually John Kreese in real life. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in June of 2005, at a VIP meet and greet, Martin grabbed his co-star, Hannah Kim's arm, and straight up bit her after she tapped him on the shoulder to say hello. Apparently, he bit her so hard it left a mark and some blood may have been drawn. The police were called and Martin claimed that he did it jokingly and thought he was being funny.
I'd like to understand why you did that.
I apologize. I was just playing because we're very playful together, and I bit down too hard, and I meant to.
She's got a mouth mark on her.
I know.
No, we do not play like that. I
apologize.
No.
So.
No.
I don't know what world do we, like, where to bite and leave a mark on her, which is visible. That's super not cool, and I don't know if
It's felony assault.
That's super cool.
I want to be very clear with witnesses. No, we're going to hear me because I want to be very clear in front of everyone here. Martin, you think it's funny to play with people. We are colleagues. I have played with you on set. We've danced, we've worked together, we've shaken hands, and I came to you as a colleague and I said to your son, hey, can you tell your dad not to bite me? I'm not going to the cops. I'm not going to anyone. He says, I'm sorry. I said, it's not his fault. Just tell your dad he can't bite me. Now, in the realm of what...
I guess Gramps truly means when he says, no mercy.
Enemy deserves no mercy.
In the end, if you ask me was Cobra Kai cheesy, I'll say yes, it was indeed. Were the antagonists insane psychopaths that would do anything for kids' karate? I would say absolutely. But the show is undeniably entertaining, and in my opinion, the ending was pretty decent, closing off all the character story arcs. If you look closely, I think the show wasn't about karate at all. It was about exploring the deep meaning of identity, redemption, and the consequences of unchecked aggression stem from PTSD. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was about kids karate the whole time, and they just all need to chill.